Yo, okay, so time for a new dating video. So anyone who's watching this, count yourself lucky that um yeah, you've got a new one so fast and you don't have to wait months and months and months. Yeah, I've got some stuff to get off my chest and yeah, something really messed up happened today. So I thought, why not share it with YouTube? Link the video to a couple of people and when I go live again, people can have their opinion, share their view, and just yeah, just we'll just talk about it. So I'm actually going to title this video as just another slap to the face, because I generally feel like when you put yourself out there dating, trying to meet women, you always just get slapped in the face. I used to think that it's like you go up 10 stairs to get knocked a hundred steps back. That's how it always used to feel with like the whole dating thing, and that's why I just don't really bother with it much anymore. But anyways, so let's get started. Right. So, in my previous video, right, I was saying about how, whenever you approach a woman and you get a woman's number and you speak to them, via text message, and you try to meet them within 4 to 7 days, you always get people making these excuses. You're trying to meet them too fast, you're too pushy, you're too clingy. Like, they will always find an excuse to basically put the blame onto you and basically suggest that you need to speak to women for a longer period of time. But the problem is that even when you speak to women for a longer period of time, they still have no intentions of meeting you. Most of the time, they'll still come out with excuses. They'll still flake. So, it doesn't matter if you've spoke to a woman for 4 days, 5 days, trying to meet them, or you spoke to them for 10 years. They're still going to do the same thing. At the end of the day, so there'd always be that double standard. Whereas, if a woman wanted to try to meet you straight away, they'd have no problem. Um, which I don't understand why they seem to think that if you speak to a woman for a longer period of time, um, they're going to be any more declined to meet you. That there's more chance of them meeting you. Um, you know, because the only thing I can think of is maybe they think that the woman has common courtesy or common decency, that she wouldn't want to waste her time and she wouldn't want to waste your time. But sadly, hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this Christian Izzy, I've been speaking to for a month, and I'll tell everybody the story. I can't believe a month has gone that quickly. I swear to God, it just seemed like a week ago that I met her and I started talking to her in this bar slash like club thing. Last time I went out drinking, yeah, it's mad. It doesn't seem like a month. Time generally does fly. Um, so yeah, basically, I went out on Thursday last month. Got my hair done, got my beard done. I needed a good groom, and I figured, you know what? I hadn't been out trying to meet women for 3 months. Haven't drunk for 3 months. So, what a better way? What better way to get back in the game? New year, new me. Just go out and just see what happens. So I ended up in this bar, and I approached Christian Izzy. I thought, oh yeah, that's her name. We know her as that. So went over and spoke to her. I thought, you know what, why not? She looks nice. She's my type, whatever. And I was actually expecting that, like, she was just gonna say straight away that she has a boyfriend or she's not interested, or maybe give me some attitude, because that's like what a lot of women are like nowadays. So I thought like that's gonna happen, but I mean I've got nothing to lose by doing it. So literally went over there and started talking to her, and she was really nice. She seemed genuine. She seemed down to earth. Um, and yeah, like she asked me what my heritage was. We was talking about foods, whatever. Like everything was good. Um, she told me about a couple of her exes, but she didn't go in depth. Not until later on. But yeah, and she was basically saying to me, her dating requirements is that someone has to go to church and somebody has to go to uni and complete a degree. And I thought it was a bit dodgy. I thought it was a bit weird. I said to her, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'll go to church, because I mean I've never been to church before, and at the end of the day, people have always suggested church to meet new women. So I'm thinking, if this woman's a Christian, if she's a good woman, but she's coming across as she is, then obviously, yeah, I don't mind going to church. I'd go to church, and if anything, it could do me the world are good, So I mean, why not? So I agreed to that, and I basically thought, yeah, it is what it is. But I thought she was just saying that to sort of maybe like keep her guard up to kind of the men that she goes with in the future, because she's been with like guys before and stuff. So I thought, okay, whatever. Don't know where that random requirement came from, but anyways, so got her number right and text her the next day. Now, obviously, I'm not expecting a response because I've had so many bad experiences, where I've got people's numbers and they've not replied, or they've replied and they've stopped replying. So it goes in stages. So every time something has happened, like I'm getting a message on the next day, I'm thinking like at any position, like this woman is just gonna like fuck me over. It's obvious, because what's the chances now, 6 years down the line, everything changes. There is no chance. At the end of the day, patterns tend to repeat themselves, and it's only getting worse as well if there is a change. But anyways, on a positive note, 2026, I thought I had good spirits following me around, doing me a good deed. She's messaged me, and we was like talking and talking and talking. She was replying back. Now, she asked me what my body count was, which I thought was very, very strange. That's a very weird thing to ask somebody that you're saying that you just want to be friends with and whatever, and it will make sense later on in the story. She was asking me what my body count was and how she liked green eyes and mirror. So what she's doing essentially is she's playing games plus giving me false hope and mixed messages, as opposed to like just straight like leading. It's a difficult one. And yeah, she was basically saying about how like, this is what she goes for, that and whatever, and like deep down, like she was and then me being me, I was like, oh, like after a little while, I was like, oh, like do you want to just like meet up and just get a drink and see where it goes? Because my whole intentions was just to meet her and just spend time with her. Like I didn't care about the dating, I didn't care about the relationship, didn't want sex. I just wanted to meet someone to spend time with, just to see where it goes. So we kept going on and talking and voice noting, like literally all day. It was all day for most days, having really good chats. Then I said to her, like, do you want to meet up? And she turned around and said, oh, I'm busy with exams. Now, to be fair, I should have saw it coming, but me being me, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. She seemed very stressed when she was messaging me. She seemed overwhelmed. She showed me her studying, and I thought, okay, give her the benefit of the doubt. I would like to think that if someone's messaging me for so many days and so long, they're not gonna just make excuses not to meet me. Boy, was I wrong. So we then start talking every day and whatever, and then she went back to how she's not looking for anyone, despite asking me all the questions you would ask somebody if you was interviewing them to be a candidate partner of yours. So that's where it didn't make sense. But then I thought it doesn't matter anyways what she's saying, because she said that she's going to meet me, she's agreed to meet me no matter what way it is. And she's stressed and she's had bad experiences with her exes. And she's overwhelmed because of exams. So I just gave her the benefit of the doubt, whatever, cool. Me being me, yeah, I still say I'm somewhat gullible, to be fair. What did annoy me? It annoyed me and it upset me at the same time, because I just couldn't stop thinking to myself, when she was going on about her ex, cheating on her and having a baby with someone else, the only thing that I was thinking in my head is, did he need to go to uni and get a degree? Did he need to, go to church every Sunday? No, he didn't. So why are all of these requirements, expected of me, that I need to do all of these things, but none of her exes ever did? I'm not ugly. There's nothing wrong with the way that I look. We get on fine. There's nothing wrong. Like, we have similar interests. We've both got decent personality. She seemed down to earth. So I enjoy talking to her. So I thought to myself, like, why do I need to have all of these things that her exes never had? And I'm thinking it is kind of a bit of a slap in the face. When you approach someone and they say they've got a boyfriend or whatever, that's just whatever, or if you speak to someone for a day or whatever, it is what it is. But when someone's been speaking to you for so long, there's nothing wrong with you, and they're making up requirements that you should have, that no one else she's been with or will get with in the future will have to have. It is a big slap in the face. you know, and it hits harder when you've been speaking to somebody for longer as well. So it is what it is. And then we was talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. So yeah, just normal chat every day. I said, if you ever need me, talk to me. Like the thing is, I was trying to show her that, you know, not all men are bad, because obviously she had bad experiences. If I'm the only good man that you'll meet, you know, then I'm the only good man that you meet. But I was trying to show her, like, I'm not like this, I'm not like that. And obviously I don't know what these guys in the past have told her, you know, or done, or what ways they've manipulated her. So it, you know, I can't be very convincing. But over time I thought to think, like, the thing is, that's it, you know. And we was talking, and yeah, I just said, basically, yeah, like you know, like just came across as genuine, as nice as possible. And this is what makes me laugh. You know, all of these women like her will get cheated on by her exes and whatever, and then when she has the chance to finally meet a normal, nice guy, they're not interested. This is exactly, they play the runaround, they play games. And this is what is annoying. Like, when I sit there and I say, like, all women are the same, where I've never had that opportunity to be shown different. See, in this case, you got one person with bad experiences with women, one person with bad experiences with men, but the person with bad experiences with men don't want to meet the nice guy. There's a nice guy in front of her that wants to meet her, and I don't expect anything, and she doesn't want to meet. And she wants to play games and lead people on, and say she's going to meet them, but then don't meet them. So it's like, what do you expect? And yeah, so anyways, we spoke, and her exams finally finished. So I was like, okay, now we're going to know if she's really going to meet me, or is she going to make excuses. I said to her, like, do you want to meet next week and go for some food, go for some cocktails? You know, didn't expect anything, just wanted to meet, and whatever it is whatever it is. You know, I'm getting older now, I don't really expect much. Then she turned around and said to me, I'm busy on Friday. I said, okay, what about Saturday? She's like, I don't know, I'll let you know. And I'm thinking, listen, right, I know that you don't want to meet me. It's as simple as that. Like, if people will make time for you, right? The exam thing, you know, that could be legit, whatever. I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I was a friend to her, I was nice to her. I said, you call me anytime you need me. I used to wake up to 23 messages. Basically, like, I know you don't want to meet because you would make time. You know, I've offered to go to your, like, your area. I've offered to meet you in, like, a bar. You don't want to meet. You're saying that you're going to let me know, which obviously you're not going to meet me. So I'm thinking, what was the point of speaking to me for all that time with no intentions of meeting? Yet you're asking me all of these personal questions. What's my body count? What's this? And she did say she was going to meet. You know, and obviously if someone's saying they're going to meet you 100% and they're not looking for anything right now, you just think that, you know, finally they're going to get over their exams, finally they're going to get over their ex, hopefully they change their mind. And she was going in on me, you know, she was being rude and everything. I'm thinking, what? This isn't the same person I was speaking to a month ago, you know, when we was getting on every single day. And she was saying, oh, you're this, you're that. I was like, you want to say that I'm too forward? You literally asked me how many women that I've had sex with. And then she just started playing victim. And yeah, to be fair, I was expecting it, to be fair. But obviously it is a bit shit, because obviously I've been speaking to them for a month, you know, and I was kind of looking forward to meeting them. But this is what I'm trying to say. This is always the same thing that is going to happen, you know. And at the end of the day, they come across a nice guy, they come across someone that's not ugly, and it's still not good enough. Like, you can tick every single one of these women's boxes and they'd still find an excuse not to get with you. Like, think about it. I've said it multiple times. I've had the money, I've had the clothes, had this, have that. You know, at the end of the day, like, I've got money, bro. Like, I've got free time. You know, I know what I'm about. Like, but that doesn't seem to be good enough. You need to, they come up with another excuse. Like, the excuses just get worse and worse and worse. Oh, you need to go to church. You need to do this. You need to do that. And even when you do all of these things, they're still not going to date you. It's just an excuse. Because think about it. I know for a fact that none of her exes had to do any of these things that she's requiring me to do. So, and this is where they try to make you feel shit about yourself and make you feel, you know, insecure. And I said, listen, tell it to me straight. Like, I'm not scared of the truth. Like, I'm one of these people that, you know, if you tell me the truth, I'll respect you more for it. Like, am I this? Am I that? Am I this? She says, oh, no, there's nothing wrong with you. So what's the problem? You know, you've been speaking to someone every day for a month. You've agreed to meet. and now you're saying something different, and this is what I'm trying to say. Like, you will never, ever win. You know, and it's sad, 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 sad. Um, you know, there is generally no hope. Like, just when you think that you've met someone that's, you know, different and normal, because when someone says something to you, you believe it, it just turns out to be exactly the same again. You know, and I was right, you know, giving up for them 3 months. And yeah, she just played games, gave me false hope, and just made me feel like shit. And another thing, you know, towards the end, and another thing she done was she deleted my number as well. A week ago, her picture disappeared. I just assumed that she blocked me. Um, I just assumed that she blocked me, um, and whatnot, and she didn't. And she tried saying that she just removed her picture when she didn't just remove her picture, because the symbol removed as well, her Christian symbol from the status. So she deleted my number. So I was like, oh damn, we've just met somebody that plays games again. So I mean, at the end of the day, if speaking to somebody and trying to be a friend with somebody for a month straight equals into them still fucking you over, then bro, you get me. Like, it doesn't matter how long you speak to these women for. You know, like I said in the previous video, I don't know why there's these little rules why you need to speak to them for this amount of time, that amount of time, whatever. Now, I've been fucked over royally again. You know, I've wasted a month of speaking to somebody, trying to be a friend to someone for no reason, only to just come up with these loads of excuses, her to go on about her ex, and none of these requirements that she wanted from me, i.e. going to church, i.e. going to uni. None of her exes done any of that stuff. You know, and that was the most, that did annoy me. I'm not going to lie, that did annoy me. But, you know, I just didn't say anything until we argued today. And she says, oh, and I said to her, do you know what I said to her as well? I said to her, listen, you're never ever going to come across anyone as nice and down to earth as me. Never. And I mean it. And she didn't like it. She started trying to act the victim, and she said, oh, we're done until you apologise. I'm not apologising. I don't need to apologise. What I'm saying is facts. Right? You're lucky enough to meet someone like me. Yeah? And I'm not being a narcissist when I'm saying that. I'm not trying to manipulate anyone when I'm saying this. This is straight facts, you know? So at the end of the day, they don't help themselves. They say that they got exes that cheat on them. This man shit, that man shit. But when they're continuously meeting somebody that is not like that, even be it just me, be it just Peter Belly, they don't want it. And then they make excuses, they make all these requirements, and then go back to the same men. And I'm not going to take back the fact that, you know, I said that, you know, you're the best, I'm the best person that you're ever going to come across, down to earth and genuine. I think I worded it, because it's the truth. And I'm not going to say sorry for something that I mean. I said it, sincerely said it, because I believe it, it's the truth, you know. It's mad, and at the end of the day, it's just their loss. But it's a shame, though. It is a shame, because they say they can't find a good man. They say this, they say that. And when they're given a chance to find someone that is genuinely down to earth, they just make up a million and one excuses why they can't get with you. So, yeah, that's the story. I don't think it will be changing anytime soon. Bad, bad, bad.